the Gall Literary Festival. It would be remiss if this nomination failed to mention Professor Wickramasinghe's extensive body of written work, which includes books, publications, research articles, edited works, and invited book chapters. While the subtopics have been varied, the focus has always admirably prioritised creating valuable change and progress within the realm of gender equity and equality. She has also appeared as a keynote speaker and delivered plenaries and invited lectures across Sri Lanka and further afield, and presented at various international and regional workshops, seminars and conferences, exploring and discussing important gender-related topics. As well as producing many research papers and chapters, a few of her standout books include Feminist Research Methodology, Making Meaning of Meaning-Making, Towards Gender Equity Equality, a scan of gender-sensitive laws, policies and programmes in Sri Lanka, and Sexual Harassment in Sri Lanka, Women's Experiences and Policy. Perhaps most significant of all are Professor Wickramasinghe's policy contributions, which cover guidelines and codes of conduct for issues such as preventing sexual harassment, preventing gender-based violence, and policy on gender equity and equality. These achievements in particular create real change, and Professor Wickramasinghe's contributions have been invaluable. Therefore, Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Professor Wickramasinghe for the conferment of an honorary professorship from the University of Wolverhampton.
Thank you, Professor Schofield, for that very gracious introduction. I'm humbled by it. You will agree with me when I assert that higher education is in the cusp of revolutionary change. We are seeing the emergence of a new episteme in knowledge and education that seems to be disrupting the field as we know it. An episteme can be defined as referring to the conditions of the possibility of knowledge, whether expressed in theory or soundlessly invested in practice, as argued by the postmodernist Michel Foucault. Understood primarily as a set of unconscious assumptions, conventions, and rules, these conditions are envisaged as controlling all knowledge of discourses in a particular society, in a particular time, determining what does and does not get taken seriously by academic communities. The Chancellor, Lord Paul of Malibon, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor John Raftery, the Board of Governors and the Academic Board of the University of Wolverhampton, fellow academics, administrators, staff, and graduates. I am delighted to be here this afternoon to accept an honorary professorship from the University of Wolverhampton. My work in gender and higher education is part of a continuum of work by feminists and women academics in Sri Lanka, the UK, and elsewhere, who have transformed research into teaching, training, advocacy, policy making, and programming. I'm greatly indebted to those who have paved the way and those who have walked with me. It is indeed a great honor, and I would like to thank the University of Wolverhampton wholeheartedly for this distinction. It is a privilege to be associated with your university, which surfaces diverse opportunities, leading-edge innovation, and student-centeredness, especially during these times of radical transitions in our understandings of knowledge and higher education. In turn, it will be my honor to use my experience, skills, and expertise in support of the aspiration of the University of Wolverhampton. Thank you very much.